Or do you want Amethyst or the Peridot? There's the Citrine, the Garnet, and the blue Topaz. We have 3 of the blue Topaz because we're offering it in 3 different sizes. Small would be a 6.5 to 7 inch. The average would be basically 7 to 7.5 inches, and the large is 7.5 to 8 inches. The thing about these bracelets that just was mind-boggling to me was the size for the price. Not only that, but the saturation of color that you're getting with each of these. So I'm spreading them out on my arm so you can see them all, because this is what I want you to also know. This is a today only price. This price is the lowest price you're going to see yet this year. This price goes up at the end of the day and you will pay more. And you can see QVC's price is more like $161. But I have to tell you this is so awesome. This sky blue topaz in this one bracelet. Now understand, different gems have different density weights, okay? So they all are exactly the same size stones, but they're gonna weigh differently. That blue topaz has 23.4 carats total weight on that one, and that's a minimum. That's a minimum. That probably is for the smallest bracelet, might even be more in the larger ones. In the garnet, this, rats, I gave it away.
I know!
I was just gonna ask you which one you thought had 26 carats. It's the garnet, because the garnet is a heavier stone, but that is now the most limited, 100 to go around.
We don't, as a birthstone baby, we don't see a lot of natural garnet. I mean, we don't see a lot of the red garnets anymore.
Well, I was going to say,
we see rhodolite, and right?
You can also see dark, like a brownish red. I don't like the brownish red. I like this one, the cranberry red.
I don't own a bracelet like that, and I'm almost 60.
Oh gosh, you need to have one.
I need that.
I'm gonna buy it for you for your birthday.
Okay. For the big 6-0.
Exactly. Here is the citrine. That citrine actually has, hang on, I'll give it the 17.4 carats. And then also the Peridot, 22.6 carats.
That's your birthstone.
That's mine.
Beautiful friend.
The amethyst is 17.4 because the citrine and the amethyst come from the same family. But look at these pieces.
Wow.
And the price, $128. I like the fact that we can bring it down to $25 a month. How about $25 a month? Can you do that? Let's bring in Jeff Mosley. He, of course, is one of our wonderful gem experts. Again, a graduate of the GIA, Gemological Institute of America. We call these kind of like the 5 basics of stones, but there's nothing basic about the look of these, Jeff.
No, there's not. And what an incredible, like, this display of colors right there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and piggyback on what you're saying about that garnet, though. I mean, most of the garnet that we see is smaller. So if you have a smaller stone, you're going to see more of the, almost like a deeper purplish brown tone of garnet, right? But once you get that big, huge, round gemstone in that Mozambique garnet like this, now you've got that true, like, fire engine red, like really a cherry red color going on there. And you just don't see it.
By the way, on the garnet, we only have size small, which is my size. 6.5 to 7.
To say me too.
And your size too.
Yay.
Somebody get one for Jane.
Are you guys just going to do a gift exchange real quick?
Yeah, we're just going to have Christmas in July right now. Me and Marivette.
It's still July. Okay, so which one do you want to talk about next, Jeff?
Let's talk about Peridot. I think Peridot is one of those gemstones that is just, it doesn't get enough love.
Yeah.
Unless you're a real gem geek like myself and you study it a lot, like Caroline, I'm sure, does as well. So Peridot is one of those gemstones that kind of is in a category of its own. Yeah. It really is an amazing gem. And I love the fact that it's, you know, if I were to break out the old microscope, which nobody's going to do that, but you're going to see some really cool, like even like lily pads deep inside this Peridot. Like that's what they're actually called. They're not inclusions, but it shows you the characteristics of Peridot. So what we're looking at here is a vibrant spring green, a beautiful spring green, but you need to see those canary flashes. You see how when you move it across your wrist, the way that it's cut, the way the light comes in and splashes back at you, it's not just green. It's not just yellow. It's these beautiful golden colors that come back at you. That's a great Peridot.
Okay, quickly, The garnet is gone.
No.
And I also want to say one more thing about the Peridot. Not only is it August's birthstone, and it's my birthstone, but when I first realized what birthstones was, I was about 15 years old, and I didn't like mine because it was always that watered down green. It just looked like nothing. It looked like somebody, just gave it a little whisk through a glass of water. This is deep and rich and green, and I got a chance to go to a Peridot mine at one point.
I remember that.
And remember
I
that?
remember when you went
in
there.
Arizona. And the fact is that stones don't come out this size hardly ever. Ever. I mean, it's like sugar crystals is what it normally comes out like. So between the color and the size, this is like a rare, rare occasion. So only 250 left in the Peridot. All right, I want to jump to the next one, which is one of my favorites too, and that's Amethyst.
That's what I'm wearing.
Because that's February, and that's my husband's birthstone. So
That's
I like
mine
to
as
wear
well.
the green and the purple together. Ooh, that looks
I'm a
good.
February baby, so I'm definitely a little picky, a little snobby about my amethyst there. So, and not to mention that it's my lovely mom's birthstone. It's my mother-in-law's favorite color. Purple in general is just an energetic, wonderful color. I love it. I wear a lot of it. But this amethyst comes from Brazil, which is where a lot of your really high-quality amethyst comes from. So I just want to again stress the fact that we're not just doing this, locally. We are going all over the world. You guys have a map there, which I love. We are literally traveling the globe and bringing it to the comfort of your home here.
I see Brazil back there, right there.
So
But you're
both
right.
you've got your amethyst and your blue topaz both coming from Brazil.
And blue topaz wise, this is actually sky blue topaz, which is typically one of the lightest colors of blue topaz, but even that is saturated.
It is. And to me, this is like, when I used to work on the cruise ship, then we would go up to Alaska and you go out by the glaciers when you take the little tours. If you look just below the water line at the glacier color, it's like this color. It's a real icy blue color. It's like just an amazing, clear, gorgeous color of blue. Once again, blue topaz, an amazing gemstone from Brazil. This particular blue topaz, I love the way that they faceted it. And again, the key to this is that QVC over the last 30 plus years has not only worked with some of the biggest vendors, suppliers, and wholesalers, but also some of the best lapidary. So this is important. If you don't cut a gemstone well, if you don't cut it perfect to proportion, you're never going to get this kind of life out of the stone like you're seeing here.
Right. And I want to talk about citrine for a moment. I was going to tease you, Jane, because you said it's the color of honey, which actually is a great way to put it. And I typically call it butterscotch. So I was going to say, yours is a little healthier than mine.
Depends on how much I use, right?
I'm going butterscotch all day long before I go to honey.
But tell me about this, because it's also one of those great neutral colors that, once again, you can mix it with anything. But
Absolutely.
I actually
And
love it with gold jewelry, even though it's set in silver.
Exactly. This is for any of you that love that gold Italian jewelry and you just have never really crossed the line of your white metals. Well, this is your opportunity to really add a little white metal, a little sterling silver in there, because it really works well. It really brings it together. And again, this is one of those gemstones that I think is incredibly classy, very elegant, especially when you get into those dim light situations, almost like a champagne diamond or a cognac diamond with sparkle in the chandeliers. That's what you're going to get out of this.
Wow, 1,000 of these already spoken for. Just reminding you that this is a price that goes up at the end of the day, but it's even more than that. A today only price means it is the lowest price you're going to get anytime the rest of this year. Literally for the next 6 months, this is the lowest price. It won't be lower than this. It won't be this price again. And that's why this is so important. We'll probably do another gem day sometime yet this year. I don't know for sure. But the fact is that it won't be at this price. And these, the sizes, the richness, the color, I love what you said, Jane, about really, maximizing the look by, here's that beautiful T. Giselle piece. And I could put the blue next to it, the purple, the green. I mean, because I have the labradorite here with the family tree. Any of those colors would go beautifully with it. And yet, to me, it's large enough to be seen, but not gaudy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it's not like we have some bracelets that are like 100 carats.
Yes,
and okay, you're wearing that a certain time. This is never take off. Like I don't take my bracelets off. I stack both wrists. I don't take it off. I sleep in it. I jump in the pool in it. I mean, I leave my jewelry on, and I'm just still a little blown away by this size, because I'm going back to the gem fests of days gone by and the silver styles when this would have been a tennis bracelet was a today's special value. We can go back to the 90s, and I'm telling you, we didn't have stones this size at this price. So it just, I don't know. I think that when you stack it up, it gets more casual. When you wear it alone, it can be a little dressier. Like, I just think you need to, like, with the only order of the year, I mean, gosh, guys, Garnet's already gone. You need to get it.
And by the way, the easy pay goes away at the end of the day.
Wow.
So just letting you know, and I wanted to say too, I forgot about the clasp, but because the stones are everything, but it locks 3 times. So you know that those stones are staying on your wrist. Jeff, thank you.
And by the way, there's no gem event until next year, by the way.
Are
I just
you
want to throw it
kidding?
out there.
February, I think.
No, the next one's going to be in February.
February.
I didn't even know that. Oh, there you go. That's 6 months from now.
It takes us 6 months to a year to prepare for these shows.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff, thank you so very, very much. Love these pieces. In the sky blue topaz, 400 remain. In the citrine, 300. Amethyst, 200. Peridot, 150. And that's between all 3 sizes, and there's still all 3 sizes left in all of those. So quickly, get it. The price goes up very soon. How about those earrings you had on
It's so funny because I've been sitting here thinking how great this would be with our other today only price.
Yes.
Whose price goes up at the end of the show. Now, these are the